Hey, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to your March 2022 Psychic Tarot reading with me, Stella Wilde. So, Cancer, we're going to be diving into your reading with a Celtic Cross. And as I always like to say, use the energies, don't let them use you. Use them as inspiration for your month ahead. So, if you're new here, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and also the thumbs up if you found the video valuable. It would really help out my channel and I would be very, very appreciative. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Cancer, let's see what we have going on for you with the March 2022 Celtic Cross for Cancer. I've been shuffling quite a bit in between the videos. So let's see what we have for you. No reversals. All right, we have a 5 of Wands and a 4 of Swords. Temperance at the bottom. Your energy right there. Queen of Cups. 10 of Swords, recent past. The Moon. Wow, look at this energy here, Cancer. Woo, moly. Okay. You're showing up several times here in this reading. 9 of Pentacles in your heart. 7 of Swords in the environment. World card. 6 of Swords. Emperor, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, and what's on the bottom? We have the Page of Cups. All right, let's put that over here. All right, so my goodness, the change that you want to manifest is arriving. All right, I'm getting these out to you middle of February. I feel by the time we get to the end of March, okay, based on when I'm filming this and getting it out to you, counting 6 weeks. So I think right at the beginning, end of March, beginning of April, the change you want is going to happen. This mindset shift, it could, whatever this major change in your life with the Temperance here that you have been patiently and diligently working toward. And it could go back to December when you really started working on this change in earnest. All right, it's gonna shift. All right, but we still have a little bit of energy going on over here. So there is the good news. There is a little twist, a little surprise that may manifest with the wrapping up and moving on with this situation. So probably coming around the full moon, I'm going to say the full moon in Pisces. So right, which is coming, it's the full moon in Virgo in Pisces season. All right, coming in the middle of the month in March. So that's going to bring the clarity. That's going to bring this news. That's going to bring the information that you need to finally wrap up and make your decision to move on. There's something that's still not revealed to you with the 7 of Swords here in the environment. Now, depending on your personal situation, the 7 of Swords in the environment may be somebody not telling you the truth. Could be a little, wool being pulled over your eyes. There could be, depending on what's going on, there could be somebody in your environment that you have to be aware of that they may not have their, your best interests at heart. You got to take everything, in my opinion, with who's ever around you. I'll come back to this in a second. Who's ever around you. I kind of go where my intuition tells me when I do these readings. All right. To what to talk about first. With the people who are around you, there's definitely somebody to be wary of with this 5 of Wands. And in fact, you may need a mental break from them and their shenanigans, but that's, we'll get into that. So this can also be, though, coming up with a strategy to shift something in your environment as well. Something that is definitely past its sell-by date, something that you need to change. The home card, this can be the home card, daily environment, stuff you do every day, that type of thing. Work, I look at that in a couple different ways, this energy. So there is something here that needs a strategy to get it unstuck, get over that final hump is what I am feeling is going on. Because this is nice in the sense that it's in the past, this 10 of Swords. So the dawn of the new day has arrived. We know that here, but it's not fully, we're not fully there yet. All right, so there you have kind of felt with your back up against the wall with this particular, I feel it's something to do with the Seven of Swords. Um, and because look at the only swords, well, we have this. We have these as our outcome. We have this, this, and this. So they're kind of in key positions here with the swords. So I feel it really has something to do with this strategizing to get out of this particular shenanigan situation, whatever's going on for you in the environment. All right, so as I said, there's something here where you know that there has to be a change. You've been working toward that. You've been praying for it to shift. The thing with Temperance, because there's the big angel in the card for me, it really has the, influence of spiritual protection. So the timing of this shift has happened. As we know, it's divine timing for a reason. And, patience has been required. But also because, the person has their toe in this water, all right? And there's water in the cups going back and forth. This also is about spiritual renewal, spiritual refreshment, and also changing spiritually to make this change happen. So in other words, we're not just approaching whatever this situation is for you from a material perspective, which is what's in your heart, which is interesting. All right, the nine of Pentacles is here in your heart. And, there's nothing wrong with Pentacles, of course not. But it's not going to be, the change is not going to be just focused on the material. It's the spiritual that is also important to look at here to make this change go the way you want it to go. And I think that's why we also have your energy at the top here, this emotional energy. We have the emotional energy of the moon, of, maybe some repeating cycles, maybe some cycles that need to get wrapped up, that need to get broken, maybe some habitual emotional ways of reacting, maybe, some habitual emotional ways of maybe running away from Seven of Swords, running away from taking, a spiritual approach to solving a problem. There's a great book by Wayne Dyer called There's a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem. If you're interested, I highly recommend that book. But that's what I'm kind of feeling in this particular situation here. It's, your heart is preoccupied with financial independence. Again, nothing wrong with that, but bring in the spiritual element as well. All right, now, this Five of Wands, we have the Five of Wands going on, crossed by the Four of Swords. You really do need a physical timeout. You need a mental timeout from everything that has been going on. And I do feel like you've been, as I said, I think you've been pushing yourself a little bit to try to get unstuck from this, especially with this Five of Wands. There could be a little bit of spinning your wheels. There could be people around you who are saying they're going to do certain things, but then they don't, with the Seven of Swords here. So I do feel like that full moon in Virgo, there could be a very interesting conversation, shall we say, because the full moon will be in your third house of communications. So there could be something going on where the truth comes out. The truth comes out about what needs to wrap up the world, what really needs to wrap up and happen for you to move on from this situation. As I said, it has something to do also with the spiritual solution to whatever this problem is. And I say problem in quotes because it may not necessarily be a problem. It could just be a shenanigan. Okay. So we have the World card in the Hope-Fear. So this is about, of course, wrapping up one cycle, wrapping up one big chapter so that you can start something else. And I think you're, as this is in the past, like you really are worried, like, is this ever going to end? Is this situation ever going to shift out? And can I ever move along? Yes, you can. All right. We've got the Six of Swords here. I feel like it's happening for you in March because, again, you're making the decision to leave the troubled waters behind, leave the troubles, the past, whatever this is behind you. And there is something here I feel about spiritual acceptance with this Temperance and the Six of Swords. Getting that spiritual perspective, spiritual acceptance of this, whatever this chapter is that's closing, to wrap up so that you can move along. We got the Emperor here and the Knight of Swords. I feel like once you get that spiritual perspective and you make that decision and you're saying, you know what, I've got to leave the shenanigans behind, very exciting news comes in quickly for you. And the independence that you're seeking with the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles here will arrive. So this could be a source of funding. This could be, breaking free and being out on your own in some way, like, being a successful entrepreneur. This could be, leaving some sort of tumultuous group of people behind and going out on your own in some way. There's this energy here of independence, whether it's financial or otherwise. It depends on your situation. But I do think, again, it changes rapidly and it manifests for you so that you're in charge of it and you're feeling very empowered and powerful, because, again, it's the mental shift also that happens, the mental spiritual shift. So very interesting energies here, Cancer. That's what I suggest. I suggest really looking at a spiritual approach to this particular situation, and know that the good news and the emotional clarity is what I also feel here. This is Pisces energy. Pisces is a very spiritual sign, being the 12th house. So it's really about digging deep within and looking at that. I know I'm kind of saying this a lot, but and even with the Four of Swords here, there is something where you may need to pray. You may need to connect in with your spirit guides, your angels, whatever that means for you, to finally wrap up this energy. It is something to do with, of course, the energies. And the moment that you shift your energy, the outward energy is going to shift also. All right. So it's not like I'm not blaming you or anything like that. I'm just talking in terms of manifestation. It's like when we get that clarity, when we get that spiritual understanding, when we meld the spiritual and the practical, it's a beautiful thing. And of course, the emotional. When we have all these in sync, beautiful things start manifesting. So, and like I said, even with the Temperance here, you could be going kind of back and forth here with the two cups, kind of going back and forth. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. We have the spinning of the wheels. There has to be the clarity. Clarity needs to come. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. That's what full moons are for. So get ready. Get ready, Cancer. So thank you so much for joining me for your March 2022 Celtic Cross reading. Let me know what's going on for you with these energies. And of course, give them a little time to play out. And remember, yes, please do use the energies. Don't let them use you. All right. I love you guys. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde, signing out.